Imagine Paris at midnight. The city of lights is hushed, and the magnificent Notre Dame Cathedral stands like a silent giant against the starry sky. Its Gothic spires pierce the darkness, holding centuries of secrets. But listen closely. On a still, quiet night, some say you can hear it, a faint, ghostly melody drifting from within. This isn't just any music. It's the sound of the phantom organ, a legend as old and mysterious as the cathedral itself. Tonight, we're going deep into the heart of Notre Dame to uncover the chilling story of its haunted instrument. Notre Dame Cathedral, a masterpiece of French Gothic architecture, has stood for over 850 years. It's seen coronations, revolutions, and survived devastating fires. And for much of that history, a grand organ has been its voice. The first known organ was installed in the 13th century, but the one at the heart of our story is the Great Organ, or the Grand Orgue, a colossal instrument with nearly 8,000 pipes. This instrument is a legend in its own right, one of the most famous in the world. But its history is intertwined with strange and tragic events that have fueled a dark and persistent folklore. The story goes that the organ is cursed, its beautiful music forever linked to misfortune and the restless spirits of those who played it. The legend didn't just appear out of nowhere. It grew over centuries, fed by real-life tragedies and strange occurrences. The history of Notre Dame's organist is marked by peculiar and untimely deaths. One of the earliest tales dates back to the 17th century. A gifted young organist, known for his passionate and almost frantic playing style, was found dead at the console one morning. There were no signs of a struggle, no apparent cause of death. He was simply slumped over the keys, as if the very music had drained the life from him. Then, there's the story from the 1800s about another organist who became obsessed with composing a piece so complex and powerful it would echo the voice of God. He worked day and night, growing more gaunt and erratic. Just as he was about to perform his masterpiece, a small, unexplained fire broke out in the organ loft. He perished in the smoke, his final composition lost forever. These stories, passed down through generations of Parisians, began to weave a narrative of a cursed instrument, a musical siren that lured its most devoted players to their doom. Over the years, the eerie tales have been bolstered by countless eyewitness accounts. It's not just an old wives' tale whispered in dark corners. Tourists, staying in hotels overlooking the cathedral, have reported being woken in the dead of night by the unmistakable sound of organ music. They describe it as sorrowful, a haunting lament that seems to fill the air before fading into silence. What's strange is that these accounts often come on nights when the cathedral is completely empty, locked, and dark. Even members of the clergy and cathedral staff have their own stories. A night watchman in the 1970s repeatedly logged reports of hearing faint organ notes while on his rounds long after the last service. He claimed he once saw a shadowy figure seated at the organ bench, its form dissolving into mist when he called out. He was so shaken that he requested a transfer. These aren't just one-off events. They're a recurring phenomenon that adds a chilling layer of credibility to the legend. The music is often described not as a full performance, but as fragments, single sustained notes, or a melancholic chord that hangs in the air, leaving a profound sense of sadness in its wake. Naturally, where there are ghost stories, paranormal investigators will follow. Over the decades, numerous teams have been granted permission to spend the night inside Notre Dame, armed with a battery of high-tech equipment. Their findings are fascinating. Multiple investigations have captured strange audio anomalies on their recorders. These aren't just creaks and groans of an old building settling. They are distinct musical tones that have no discernible source. One paranormal research group from the UK conducted an investigation in 2005. Their lead audio technician reported capturing what he called phantom notes. When they analyzed the recordings, they found several instances of a single, clear organ note that registered on their equipment, but was inaudible to the team members present at the time. Another common finding is significant electromagnetic field, or EMF, spikes localized around the organ loft. These spikes in energy often coincide with reports of cold spots and the feeling of being watched. While skeptics might dismiss these findings, The consistency of the data across different investigations is hard to ignore. If you're finding this mystery as captivating as I am, and you want to join us on more journeys into the unknown, take a second to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Sharing this video also helps us a lot, so we can keep uncovering these chilling stories from around the world. Your support makes all of this possible. Now, let's dive deeper into the lives of the organists themselves. The most famous case linked to the curse is that of Louis Vierne, who was the head organist at Notre Dame from 1900 until his death in 1937. Vierne was a musical genius, but his life was a litany of tragedies. He suffered from congenital cataracts, nearly went blind, lost his brother and his son in World War I, and endured a painful divorce. But his passion was the organ. His dream was to die at the console of his beloved instrument. On the evening of June 2, 1937, during his 1750th organ recital, his dream came true. In front of a packed cathedral, as he was about to begin his final piece, he suffered a massive stroke. He slumped forward, his foot hitting the low E pedal, and a single, mournful note filled the cathedral as his life slipped away. Was it a tragic coincidence or the final act of the curse? His story isn't unique. Parallels can be drawn to other haunted instruments like the cursed violin of Niccolò Paganini, which was said to hold the souls of those he outplayed, or the piano at the Belcourt Castle in Rhode Island, which reportedly plays on its own. It seems some instruments, imbued with so much human emotion and passion, hold on to something more than just memory. The idea of haunted instruments and phantom music isn't exclusive to Notre Dame. It's a powerful motif in European folklore, tapping into a deep-seated belief that music is a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. In Irish folklore, you have the banshee, whose sorrowful wail foretells a death. In German legends, the Lorelei was a siren who lured sailors to their doom with her enchanting song. These tales all share a common thread: music as a supernatural force, capable of expressing emotions so powerful they linger long after the musician is gone. The phantom organ of Notre Dame fits perfectly into this tradition. The cathedral itself is seen as a liminal space, a gateway between heaven and earth. It makes a strange kind of sense that the powerful soul-stirring music of the organ could create a spiritual echo or residue of all the joys, sorrows, and prayers that have resonated within those stone walls for nearly a millennium. In the age of social media, these old legends have found a new life. After the devastating fire in 2019, interest in Notre Dame's history and its mysteries skyrocketed. People began sharing old stories and supposed new evidence online. Several viral clips have emerged claiming to capture the phantom organ. One video, taken by a tourist on a boat on the Seine, appears to have faint organ music in the background as it passes the cathedral at night. Another is a sound recording, supposedly taken by a worker during the initial cleanup phase, where a single clear organ chord can be heard amidst the sounds of construction. While many of these are likely hoaxes or misinterpretations of ambient noise, they show how powerfully the legend resonates with the modern public. Every new clip, every shared story adds another layer to the myth, amplifying it for a global audience and ensuring the phantom organ of Notre Dame continues to haunt our collective imagination. So, what could be behind these enduring tales? Paranormal theories offer some intriguing possibilities. One idea is the stone tape theory, which suggests that buildings and materials can absorb and store energy from intense emotional events, which can then be replayed under certain conditions like a recording. The stone walls of Notre Dame, saturated with 850 years of human emotion, could be replaying the powerful music of its past organists. Another, more metaphysical theory suggests that music, being pure vibration and frequency, can create a tear or a thin spot between our dimension and another. The phantom organ might not be a ghost in the traditional sense, but an auditory echo bleeding through from another plane of existence. Or perhaps it is simply the spiritual energy of the countless musicians who poured their souls into the instrument, a beautiful, haunting encore that refuses to end. Whether it's a ghost, a psychic echo, or simply the power of a story well told, The legend of the Phantom Organ adds an unforgettable layer of mystery to one of the world's most iconic landmarks. What do you think is making that ghostly music? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the shadows of Notre Dame. Don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries, and we'll see you in the next one. Have you ever driven down a road that just feels wrong? Tonight, we're heading to Malaysia, to a stretch of pavement known as Jalan Kundang. By day, it's just another road connecting towns. But as dusk settles, it transforms. The streetlights flicker, casting long, dancing shadows, and a chilling quiet descends. Locals whisper tales about this place, stories born from tragedy and passed down through generations. They say this road isn't just a path for the living. The history of Jalan Kundang is stained with sorrow. Decades of unfortunate accidents have woven a dark tapestry of folklore. It started with hushed conversations in local coffee shops, tales of drivers swerving to avoid figures that weren't there, of sudden cold spots inside a warm car. These stories weren't just gossip, they were warnings. A way for the community to process the unexplained and to caution others about the dangers that lurked after dark. Over time, these warnings solidified into the legends we know today, a chronicle of the road's eerie reputation. The most persistent tale is that of the phantom passenger. Imagine you're driving alone, the road ahead empty. Suddenly, you glance at your rearview mirror and you're not alone anymore. A figure is sitting in your back seat. They don't speak. They don't move. You slam on the brakes, your heart pounding. You turn around, and there's no one there. Countless drivers have reported this exact experience. They describe a profound sense of dread, the feeling of being watched, and the sheer terror of a presence that appears and vanishes without a trace, leaving them shaken and questioning their own sanity on that lonely stretch of road. In the age of technology, these ghostly encounters have found a new witness: the dash cam. Paranormal investigators and curious drivers have flocked to Jalan Kundang, hoping to capture proof. What they've found is unsettling. Videos have surfaced showing strange orbs of light dancing across the road, and shadowy figures darting just at the edge of the headlight beams. Some footage even captures electronic voice phenomena, or EVP, where disembodied whispers are heard upon playback. These recordings have taken the legends from campfire stories to digital evidence, adding a new layer of mystery to the haunted highway. These stories are more than just cheap thrills. They are echoes of real human tragedy. Each accident on Jalan Kundang left behind grieving families and unanswered questions. It's said that some of the spirits lingering here are those who lost their lives on this very asphalt. One particularly heartbreaking story tells of a young woman who died in a crash on her way to her wedding. People claim to see her still, wandering the roadside in a white dress, forever searching for the future that was stolen from her. These narratives connect the paranormal phenomena to a deep, resonant human pain. If you find these chilling mysteries as fascinating as I do, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Sharing this video also helps us bring more of these incredible stories to light. Your support lets us keep digging into the unknown. Now, the phenomenon of the vanishing hitchhiker isn't unique to Malaysia. It's a global archetype, a modern folktale that has appeared in cultures all over the world. From Resurrection Mary in the United States to the White Lady of various European countries, the story is remarkably consistent. A driver picks up a mysterious passenger who later vanishes from the moving vehicle. This universal theme suggests it touches upon a collective fear, the fear of the unknown, the stranger, and the bridge between the world of the living and the dead. Back on Jalan Kundang, the stories continue to evolve. With everyone carrying a camera in their pocket, new encounters are documented more frequently. Social media platforms are buzzing with the latest viral dashcam clip or shaky phone video capturing something inexplicable. A recent post showed a car's sensors going haywire, detecting an obstacle right in front of the vehicle when there was nothing there. These modern accounts keep the legend alive, proving that whatever haunts Jalan Kundang is far from dormant. It's adapting, making its presence known through the very technology we use every day. So what could be causing these strange occurrences? Paranormal experts have proposed several theories. Some believe the road is a hotbed of residual hauntings, where traumatic events have imprinted themselves onto the environment, replaying like a ghostly recording. Others suggest more complex ideas, like a time loop, where moments from the past momentarily bleed into our present. A more fringe theory even speculates that Jalan Kundang could be a weak spot between dimensions, a portal where entities from another reality can briefly cross over into ours. Could the ghostly passengers be visitors from another place entirely? Whether it's a restless spirit, a trick of the light, or something far beyond our comprehension, the mystery of Jalan Kundang continues to captivate and terrify. It serves as a stark reminder that some roads are best left untraveled after dark, and that some stories are whispered for a reason. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the shadows. If you have your own local ghost story you think we should investigate, drop it in the comments below. And get ready, because our next story takes us deep into the catacombs beneath a bustling city, where the dead don't always rest in peace. See you then. High in the rugged mountains of Catalonia, Spain, stands the Santa Maria de Montserrat Abbey, a place of profound spirituality and chilling mystery. As mist clings to the serrated peaks, giving the mountain its name Saw Mountain, you can almost feel the weight of centuries pressing down. Legends say this place was carved by angels with golden saws, creating a home for the revered Black Madonna. But as twilight descends and shadows lengthen, the angelic whispers are replaced by something far more unsettling. The wind howls through the stone corridors, carrying tales not of angels, but of restless spirits. This isn't just a monastery. It's a place where the veil between worlds feels terrifyingly thin. The history of Montserrat is etched in stone and stained with sorrow. Founded in the 11th century, it has been a beacon for pilgrims for over 1,000 years. But its chronicles are not just of faith. They are of conflict and tragedy. During the Napoleonic Wars, the monastery was desecrated and burned, its sacred halls echoing with the screams of monks who met brutal ends. These events, coupled with periods of intense religious persecution, have left an indelible mark. Local folklore speaks of a spiritual wound upon the land, a place where profound devotion and violent death have intertwined, creating an energy that some believe has trapped souls within its ancient walls. For centuries, visitors and resident monks alike have shared unnerving stories. Imagine walking through a dimly lit cloister, the only sound the soft shuffle of your own feet. Suddenly, a cold spot envelops you, the air growing heavy. From the corner of your eye, you catch a glimpse of a dark, hooded figure gliding silently down the corridor. You turn, but there's nothing there. These are the shadowy monks of Montserrat. Eyewitnesses describe them as fleeting apparitions, robed figures that appear and vanish in the blink of an eye. The experience is often accompanied by a deep sense of sadness and an unnerving feeling of being watched, a psychological chill that lingers long after the sighting is over. Driven by these persistent accounts, paranormal investigators have flocked to Montserrat, hoping to capture concrete evidence of the afterlife. Armed with thermal cameras, EMF detectors, and full-spectrum cameras, they spent countless nights within its hallowed and haunted grounds. Their findings are startling. Researchers have recorded drastic, inexplicable temperature drops in specific chapels and corridors. Audio recordings have captured faint, disembodied chants in Latin, echoing in empty rooms. Perhaps most compelling are the photographs and videos showing strange light anomalies and fleeting, human-shaped shadows that defy any logical explanation. One investigator recounted seeing a dark form manifest before his eyes, a solid silhouette against a moonlit window, only to dissolve into nothingness seconds later. These stories are just the tip of the iceberg, and we're dedicated to bringing you the most chilling mysteries from around the world. If you're fascinated by the unknown and want to join us on more paranormal journeys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who loves a good ghost story. Your support helps us uncover more secrets hidden in the shadows. The very nature of monastic life, one of extreme isolation, sacrifice, and asceticism, has its own inherent tragedies. The psychological toll of such a secluded existence can be immense. Legends within the monastery walls tell of monks who, unable to bear the solitude or a crisis of faith, met tragic ends within the abbey itself. One tale speaks of a brother who, consumed by guilt over a perceived sin, is now said to roam the library, endlessly rearranging books as a form of eternal penance. Another story involves a monk who betrayed his brothers during a siege and is now seen as a shadowy sentinel, forever guarding the very walls he once compromised. These aren't just ghost stories. They are cautionary tales woven into the very fabric of the monastery's identity. The figure of the ghostly monk is not unique to Montserrat. It's a powerful archetype in European folklore. Across the continent, from the misty abbeys of England to the forgotten monasteries of Germany, tales of spectral holy men abound. These spirits are often depicted as guardians of sacred knowledge, tormented souls seeking forgiveness, or historical figures bound to the places they once served. Culturally, the ghostly monk represents the enduring power of faith, the consequences of historical trauma, and the idea that powerful emotions and unfinished business can tether a spirit to the physical world long after death. They are a haunting reminder that the past is never truly gone. In our hyper-connected modern world, the legends of Montserrat have found a new life online. It's no longer just whispered tales shared around a fire. It's now viral photos and chilling videos shared with millions. Tourists visiting the monastery, armed with smartphones, have captured images that have fueled global speculation. A shadowy figure in the background of a selfie. A hooded form caught on a security camera feed. These images spread across social media like wildfire. Each share, each comment amplifies the legend, blurring the line between authentic paranormal capture, pareidolia, and digital manipulation. The shadow monks of Montserrat have become a modern internet phenomenon, proving that some ancient mysteries only grow stronger with time. So, what could explain these persistent hauntings? Paranormal experts offer several compelling theories. One is the idea of a stone tape or residual haunting. The theory suggests that the monastery's stone walls have acted like a giant recording device, absorbing the intense emotional energy of centuries of prayer, suffering, and tragedy. The ghostly monks seen today may not be conscious spirits, but rather spiritual imprints, replaying past events like a ghostly film. Another theory delves into the realm of dimensional echoes, suggesting that Montserrat, due to its unique spiritual energy, might be a place where different dimensions or timelines briefly overlap. Perhaps these figures are not ghosts of our past, but fleeting glimpses into another reality that coexists with our own. Whether you believe they are tormented souls, energetic recordings, or visitors from another dimension, the shadow monks of Montserrat remain one of Spain's most captivating and enduring mysteries. They remind us that some places hold stories too deep to be forgotten, and that the line between history and haunting is often blurred. What do you think is lurking in the corridors of the ancient abbey? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Stay curious.